The following program was paid for by Southern American Media. Fox 30 WGBC invites you to the talk of all the towns in East Mississippi and West Alabama. Welcome to Mornings with Scotty Ray and Candace.
And good morning from Scotty Ray and Candace. I'm your friend Scotty Ray.
And I'm Candace.
Do I smell... Have you been eating shrimp again before 8 o'clock?
What are you talking about? He is crazy, y'all. I got some like
No.
I
know what happened.
Body spray.
You walked too close to the garbage can where we threw away some shrimp peelings, and that's.
Oh, I thought something had died.
Yeah, that's what that is. But you have a nice aroma about you there, Candace.
Thank you.
Just little shrimp smells. You know, and it's funny.
That is not a good thing, Scotty.
But think about this.
We're going to have to come up with you some better intro line.
Well, I'm just working on this. When I smell it, I have to tell it.
Well, you ain't smelling it from me. I'm
sure.
Okay.
But like when you go pick up Mexican or you grab a hamburger and you put it in your car, say McDonald's, does your car not smell like that for the next 3 days?
Yeah. I think you just ate shrimp last night. You have it stuck up your nose. I don't know.
Sometimes that turns men's folks on that women smell like food. They're like, boy, she's a good cook. Let me ask her out.
Speaking of shrimp, somebody was telling me this, I guess it was an actual thing that happened one time. This wife was mad at her ex-husband.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And I guess he and his new woman were moving into the house.
Yeah, they got it.
Yeah. She had stuffed like old shrimp holes or whatever up in the curtain rods all through the house.
Worked. She got the house cheap.
Yeah.
And, you go back to grumpier old man where he threw the fish underneath the seat to get back at his best friend there. Let that smell creep in there. Lots of great ways that you can get folks.
Right.
We are Scotty Ray and Candace as we begin your hump day.
Yes.
Wincy, you found some lipstick days. Is that lip gloss or lipstick?
I have a little gloss on there.
Okay. Just checking. We all have to know these things. It's kind of important. Now, there is a GoFundMe set up in Meridian. I wanted to bring this up. As we remember the wreck that happened out on Acock Road there of two people that were injured and also a child. There's a GoFundMe, and I thought we'd share this if you want to help one of the families with this. This is set up. They've raised $2,900 of a $5,000 goal.
Yes.
She was one of the ones in the car wreck there. And also, I don't have them in front of me, but I know that there are several events, cookings and things going to be set up for each different of these families. So if y'all happen to have those, send those to us so we can talk about that. We want to make sure the community knows where to go help out a little bit.
Yes, because everybody needs to help each other.
Absolutely.
Sure.
I wish you'd be nicer to me some days, but no. We did have a question a minute ago about Highway 80. Yes, it's open. Again, last night, we almost need like this huge sign at the truck stop at Lost Gap that says, if you're a big rig, you can't go this way, because everybody wants to hit the bridge.
Yeah.
Pick on that poor little bridge. Now, traffic was never actually blocked. It peeled back. Let's just look at some pictures. Let's pull it up here. Here we go. This is the little graphic I made. And then here's the actual reality of what happened. See how the rig is peeled back?
Oh, my goodness. That just looks like tinfoil, doesn't it?
Just
balled up.
Now, fortunately, this one made it all the way through, and he just went ahead and tore up the whole rig. But he was hauling UPS packages. They pulled it over to the side. And then what happens is emergency officials have to sit there hours upon hours for the railroad to come inspect the bridge to make sure it's safe for a train to cross after it's been hit.
Yeah.
Everything's wide open today, but boy, that was a late night for a lot of folks out there. I don't know if we need like a community watch program that stands in front of the bridge, flashing lights. But
maybe so.
Honestly, every time that there is a diversion of traffic or somebody's going to bump the bridge.
We have a birthday.
We do? Is it yours?
Pat wants to wish her husband, Jim Coker, a happy 66th birthday. His birthday is today, and we wish him a wonderful birthday.
Yeah. Hey, I wanted to bring this up. I got a note the other day that goes, hey, you might want to go out to the airport. There was no way I could get there, that a F-18 Hornet was headed in that had some type of issue. Well, it did land, and it spent the night over Meridian. They made a couple of repairs to it. But we got some pictures of the F-18. It's always cool to see aircraft. Big thank you to Scott Stevens for sharing these with me. Look at this.
He does the best pictures.
Look at this plane.
Yeah.
That thing will boogie. And here's a different plane. Look at that.
That looks like something, that ought to be in a magazine.
Yeah.
Seriously. Looks like it's sitting on a mirror.
But that's that F-18. I guess it has that Top Gun look, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Gorgeous picture there. And again, this is Keyfield where all these were taken in the middle of the night as they were waiting for the takeoff. I love that picture.
Yeah. Really
The
good.
Marines, and there's that F-18. So I'll give you a little sneak peek of, you never know what, and you'd be really shocked of the stuff that never gets out of Meridian, just how many famous people stop into Meridian at the airport for a quick layover to get some fuel, and they're gone again. Neat stuff there as we see this. Oh, we got headlines, Candace.
Do we?
Yep, we do.
That's a good thing. We need headlines.
You're not gonna like this one.
Oh, okay.
Somebody got shot in Meridian yesterday, believe it or not. I know y'all don't believe me, but they did. As we pull this up to take a look, this was on Martin Luther King Drive is where this happened, the 600 block. Somebody shot in the leg. Now, it was not life-threatening. They were taken to the hospital for emergency care. Not life-threatening, but it still happened there. Now, this would fall under Miss Ramonda Walker's district, where she is. Again, here's her information there. Ramonda Walker at meridianms.org. You're tired of shots in your neighborhood. You're tired of crime. Get in touch with her. Let her know how you feel about it. She'd be glad to talk to you. That's her email address. If you need it, contact me. I'll share that one or any other of our council members as we try to combat crime that takes over the city. We need to put a stop to it. Let them know how you feel about it. We can even come up with the police chief or maybe the mayor's email address. You can talk to him.
Yeah.
That's
people,
all true.
People do want things done about things. I am choking.
Don't pass out on me.
Goodness. Okay.
You back to normal now?
I think.
She is.
I think.
Another big thing that went on in Meridian yesterday was the lack of water. A line was struck. They're doing repairs. This is the scene here as we pull this up. The city workers were on that scene yesterday. We got that from their Facebook page, and they were digging to repair all this. And a boil water notice is in effect right now as we look at all of this morning. I think I got a picture of that.
For the full city? Or what?
Yeah, here we go. Here's the map. Now, again, this is going to be a little blurry. It's the best we can do at this time that shows the outlined area. That's that area. This is over
the restaurants are in that then.
Boil water notices is what we got. All the way up to Briarwood Boulevard in that area there. Confederate Drive included in that. Major low water pressure yesterday.
Yeah.
So we're hoping all that gets all cleared up, and before long it'll be back to normal. We sure hope so.
I hope the pressure's back to normal because we have to do hair today. So
Ooh, go girl, go girl.
That color out. Yeah.
What was that old slogan there? Wash that gray away. What was that thing years ago?
Wash that gray right out of your hair.
That's it. Who was that? Perel or somebody like that?
I don't know who that was. Who was that? Was that a color commercial or was that?
It just stuck in my head. I don't know why. I felt like I needed to talk about it this morning. As we go up, what you got?
No, I just saw another birthday, but I'll mention it in a minute.
Oh, you go right ahead.
Okay. Goodness. I am I don't know what's going on with me today, but so if I call,
you need to go to the corner
or something, I might have to ease off to the right over here. Rusty Williams is having a birthday in Franklin. So
Franklin, Tennessee, possibly.
I don't know if that's Franklin, Tennessee. Yeah.
Let's see. Natchez, Mississippi. Mr. Horace Martin joining us today. Thank you for coming aboard, being a fan of ours. We appreciate that.
Yes.
We had one of these incidents, and I'm being honest on this. Of when I got the note of, oh my gosh, there's a head-on wreck, I thought the worst. I did. As we go to this to pull up pictures of it, this is right outside of Philadelphia, Highway 19, near County Road 488 in Neshoba County. This is the dump truck right here. Now, what you can't see in this picture is a four-door silver car that is crushed beyond meaning. Believe it or not, it was minor injuries, some way, shape, form. And as I spoke with Eric Clark yesterday afternoon, he said, always remember this. Now, that's a 45-mile-an-hour zone. You can't pass.
Right.
Pay attention. Don't look at your phones when you're in these work zones. They're working. And that was one of the dump trucks that's working on the side of the road. Could have been so much worse.
So it was not moving?
No, it was moving.
Oh, it was moving. Okay.
But you know how they come out, they go down the road a little bit, get more dirt, and come back. Head-on collision there. Could have been so much worse.
Yeah.
The trucks normally don't give as much as a car does.
So this is not the 4-lane area. This is the still 2-lane
right
area.
Where they're working on those bridges right before you get to Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be nice to dream upon a dream that it would be 4-lane all the way from Meridian to Philadelphia A?
Yeah. I guess they're working on that, though.
They are, but boy, I remember
Steady and
first grade, and a lot of y'all remember this. That was around 1976. You could stand at the cotton gin on Highway 45, and it was nothing but 2-lane all the way towards Scuba, Mississippi. Then it made it to Lauderdale. Then it made it part of the way. And then eventually all the way to Stark Vegas, Mississippi, we got 4-lane.
Yep.
And then, I can remember my dad going, well, you think that's bad? I remember when it was dirt. We had to wait till it was dry to make it to Meridian.
They're working on 493, too. Steadily working on it, right?
I don't think that'll ever become 4-lane after the coal plant closed down. I think I bet you those plans got scrapped.
I'm talking about like in the curve. Are they not?
Oh, yeah, that
down
bridge.
there?
Yeah.
They're working on all that.
I thought you meant that beautiful
careful
4-lane we were going to get at one time.
Yeah. But they are working on 493 going into coming out of Broadmoor into the Bailey area. So y'all be careful there too.
Maybe Haley Barber will give us another program one day around here.
Huh.
I'm going to hold my breath.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's go back to Philadelphia. This is a pretty serious charge here. Even bigger than when you read this, you go, yeah. Think about what I'm fixing to say here. At a Neshoba Central junior high football game, the resource officer with Neshoba County was there, and he saw 4 people come slipping out the bushes across the road toward the ball game. They get near the entrance to go into the ball game, and he goes, oh, hang on a second there. Noticed a bulge in their pants. Well, they got guns. They were stolen guns. Did I mention that it was a 16-year-old? Here's the story at Sam Media. That's what we've got here. They arrested. We've got pictures, and it looks older than 16 to me.
Yeah.
But as you go here, here's the guns there. And you can read, I've got the entire arrest report. You can click that link, view all that. Again, this is sammedia.network. It gives the whole story of what happened. A big thank you to all of the deputies with the Neshoba County Sheriff's Department getting involved with that. And Eric Lyons had some patrolmen also from the city come out and handle this situation when it happened. They have one other person. The name has not been released yet, but charges have been filed. That was stolen guns into a ball game.
Yeah, well, you wonder. I mean, hopefully they deterred somebody from doing something. But, if they're stolen guns, are they tying them to the stealing of the guns?
One of the guns was taken from another city. Now, how it made it to Philadelphia, we don't know. And always report, and I got to talk to Dylan Ray, one of his was stolen, and I don't think he's reported it yet. Just hadn't got around to it. But people get stopped with these guns, and if you don't report it, then they don't go to jail for what they've done. So if you ever have one taken, make sure to report that. Now, we got so much more to talk about this morning. Necklaces, watches, accessories over here, all that kind of stuff. Coming up with Scotty Ray and Candace, and also we're going to Clark County next to find out what's going to happen with Clark Fest.
That's right.
Ooh.
It's a big deal.
It's coming up. Time to stop spending your entire weekend mowing grass. Step up to a Skag zero-turn lawnmower. Freeman Tractor in Collinsville has the #1 rated zero-turn mower, Skag, with cutting widths from 36 inches to 72 inches. Skag, the #1 choice of professional landscapers because they know nothing outcuts or outlasts a Skag. 0% financing for 48 months with payments starting as low as $129 a month. Stop by Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 and see coleslaw or buttermilk.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
And welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. This is Candace, and as we promised, a special guest. Let's go in for a zoom in on this because Rhonda didn't want me to do it, so let's go ahead and give her the spotlight. How in the world are you doing over there?
I'm good, Scotty Ray. How are you?
You were just telling me that your friend, my friend, Diane, forgot to tell you that you'd be on television today.
She sure did, and she's going to hear from me when I get back to Quitman.
Quitman is almost like a second home to me because I spent so much time as a youngster with Bradley, Diane's son. It's Miss Stanley. They've always treated me like I was one of their own, and I have such a closeness to the folks of Clark County.
Yeah, they're good people.
A great town. Now, y'all got a beauty pageant coming up. Is that what I heard?
We do. We have a Bow Wow dog review coming up Saturday. So if you want to put your dog in our dog show, bring Ellie on down and we'll let her enter.
You know, there's a lot of folks that like their dogs more than they like their kinfolks. That's just true.
They don't fuss at you. They don't argue back.
Now, is it an entry fee, anything like that associated with putting your dog in? How does it work?
No. The Bow Wow Dog Review, you just bring your pets, sign them up when you get down to the park. They can do tricks or have talents, but it's not necessary. You can dress them up or not.
Do you get a prize at the end of this? Is there a prize or something that you get? Or do you just get to be
multiple categories of prizes are available.
See, look at there. We're gonna win something, Candace. People really do. I don't know if you ever watched this costume thing of dressing up the dogs. Some are just
Somebody showed me one yesterday, and it was so fun. It was like a pirate outfit for their dog.
All right, kitty cats. Somebody done this not long ago. I saw one up. And y'all have to remind me of the cartoon Puss in Boots. Do y'all remember that little? Somebody had dressed their cat up like that. I thought it got cute.
I bet that was cute. Yeah.
So what else is? First off, the Clark Fest is happening this weekend. What time does this thing really get underway Saturday?
Clark Fest is going to start at 9 a.m. and we'll go on up into the afternoon about 4 p.m. Got a lot going on that day. This is our 31st annual Clark Fest. Used to be the Forestry and Wildlife Festival years ago. It's going to be at the Archusa Water Park. It costs you only $1 to get in. Okay? We're going to have a car show. There's $1,000 in prize money for the car show. There's a bass tournament that's going to start at daylight. We've got first, second, and third place on that. It is limited to 2 people per boat. It's $70 entry fee. We've got arts and crafts, lots of nonprofits, food vendors. The Bloodmobile is going to be there. We've got entertainment all day long. Clark County is just full of entertainment.
So is Todd going to sing? There's always rumor about the sheriff being able to sing. Is he come? Y'all got him arm twisted into singing yet?
Yeah, he can bail her out a little bit, but he's going to be there in the afternoon. Him and his group, Southern Joy, is going to be singing, I think, about 3 o'clock. And so yeah, he's gonna come out and sing.
Good. Glad to see Todd making it out there. Now, with this also, you've I'm trying to think here of what else was it that we wanted. Halloween. Let's talk about this. Y'all getting ready for Halloween. What day does Quitman in the area celebrate Halloween? What are y'all going to be doing?
I'm not real sure, Scotty Ray. I've been so busy and wrapped up in Clark Fest, I haven't even thought about Halloween.
If I'm not mistaken, it was passed, and it will be on the 31st this year instead of on Saturday. I think it will be the 31st, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
So, if we want to come down and take part of this, what do we have to do to sign? You have to call ahead if you got vendors and things of that nature.
You call Diane Holloman at the chamber. She is our chamber secretary. The number is 601-776-5701. You still have time to set up a booth if you've got any kind of booth that you want to set up to sell things.
Yeah.
Call Miss Diane down at the chamber, and she can set you up in a flash.
I think y'all need to have Jay doing something from Jay's Taxidermy, just to have the boy out. He brings so much traffic into Clark County, it ain't even funny.
He does. He sure does.
So we're expecting a great turnout for this. 31 years, that's quite a long time.
That's a long time, yeah. Let me tell you, we've got loaded log trucks that are going to be out there that day, and you can take chances on guessing the weight of the log truck, and all that money is going to go to the Children's Hospital at Blair Batson.
Oh, okay.
So we're helping out there. We've got a huge basket that we're going to raffle off. It's got over $500 worth of prizes in it. And also, how are you, Scotty Ray, with baking a pie?
I'm horrible. I am. I wouldn't know where to begin. I know how to find Mrs. Edwards is as good as it gets for me.
He can fry an egg, I think.
Yeah, egg I can do.
Or maybe you could do an egg pie.
Yeah.
But we're going to have a pie baking contest and see who the best baker is in Clark County.
No, let's just skip all that and get to who the judge is.
He wants
we
to be
need
a
to know who
judge.
that is so they can be, swayed, so to speak.
Why don't you call Miss Diane and ask her, could you be a judge?
Scotty Ray would say he would have them doing banana pudding.
That's the only kind of recipe you
banana
need
pudding
there.
contest. Yeah.
Let's get back to this. Now, I understand that when y'all got into this weight guessing thing on the truck, that it originally started out with somebody that wasn't very smart that said, let's guess the weight of my wife. And it didn't go over so well that first year. She was mad, and y'all had to change it up a little bit. Is that true or just rumor?
That's a rumor. That's a rumor.
Mercy.
Yeah. I think our men down in Clark County are a little bit smarter than that.
Yeah, I would hope so. Yeah, I would hope so.
Oh, boy, oh, boy. And what other activities do you have hidden over there that I don't know about?
Well, we're going to have a kids zone. We've got lots of obstacle courses, bouncy houses, bouncy slides, pony rides. Kids can also come out. We're going to have big trucks, fire trucks, all kinds of big machinery out there.
Yeah.
And they can actually get up on the machinery, touch it, be around
Kind of
it.
like the touch a truck thing.
Yeah, touch a truck. So we want to remember that. And our car show at Clark Fest is the Paul Brown Memorial Car Show. And for that, you don't have to enter until you get there.
Oh, that's pretty simple.
Yeah. And the registration fee is $25. It's at the registration desk out there. And usually that's over by the water where it's really cool and under the trees and all that. So registration table is going to open at 9 o'clock. It closes at 12:30. And the drawings are going to be at 1 p.m. So you want to wash that car up, spit shine it, and bring it down to Clark County. And like I say, there's $1,000 to be given away in prizes for that.
That's good. Do y'all have like a representative from Miss Clark County? Do y'all don't you? Am I thinking?
We don't. Yeah, we don't do the Miss Clark County pageant anymore during the Clark Fest. I don't know why.
But it's just not handled. Is she going to be present? Oh,
Possibly.
I asked a question you didn't know, didn't I?
Possibly.
Whoops.
Possibly.
Where is Diane when we need all this information behind the scenes there?
We need to get Diane on the phone.
Well, what have we left anything out that y'all are going to be doing? Because I'd sure hate, because this sounds like a day of a lot of fun.
It really is. It's going to be a fun day. Clark Fest is always a fun day. You bring your lawn chairs set out in the grass out there in front of the lake and just enjoy all day long. You can eat just about anything you want to eat. They have drinks out there. Homemade lemonade, that stand's going to be back. It's awesome.
Now,
and
I know that great minds out there are wanting to know, so I'm going to let you settle this of what it's called in Clark County.
Okay.
Is it pecan or pecan pie in Clark County?
I call it pecan.
I'm with you.
I say pecan. But
Yeah.
now in Georgia, they will argue
It's
with you.
pecan.
It is pecan in Georgia.
And it depends upon how southern somebody's trying to pretend to be as they get into that pecan thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
that-
pecan and southern sounds a lot better.
And, and as we all know, no matter what you drink in Mississippi, Alabama, it's a Coke.
Yeah.
I mean, it just
Yeah.
is. And then you cross that Mason-Dixon line, and you're going to hear this weird word called pop. And the first time you
soda.
hear it, you look around and you go, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Pop. And then, you
Up
could,
north, that's what they call
but you
it.
could want Mountain Dew and still say you want a Coke.
And
You
look-
have to specify.
My husband and I just came back from Philadelphia. We spent a few days with my sister up in Maryland and went over
I thought
to
you meant to Shelby
Philadelphia.
County.
No, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Don't ask for sweet tea up there.
Oh,
It ain't
really?
good, is it?
It's not
They bring you.
sweet tea.
Do they bring you a cup of hot tea?
They will do that, but also they put raspberry in their tea.
Okay, or mint. Or
Where I'm
something.
from, we don't do that.
Yeah.
So
I don't like any. I don't even like lemon in my tea.
I'm not either. I
I'm not
don't
a
want it. I
lemon.
want it mine original. If you got good tea, you got good. We really need to have a sweet tea contest
there you
Yeah.
go.
in Clark County, because there's some really great people that do this. And I'm brutally honest when it comes to this. I'll be glad to be a sampler.
Yeah.
Well, come on down.
Awful.
I tell you what, Scotty Ray, you come down Saturday morning and come see me. I'm the MC. I'll be over at the stage all day long. We'll put you to work.
Sweet tea.
Sweet tea.
Barbara Smith says her son-in-law's from Louisiana, and he calls it pecan instead of pecan or pecan or pecan.
Pecan.
Well, I'm from South Carolina, and they call it pecan there too.
It just really depends upon where you're born and if you were blessed or not growing up, knowing the right way to say it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look, we can't thank you enough, Rhonda, for coming in. Miss Rhonda Kelly here from Clark County, the representative. We appreciate you.
Well,
now,
thank you.
Give me that telephone number again to reach Diane so she can tell us if you got questions about all this.
601-776-5701. And if you want to set something up, you still have time.
Come on down. Appreciate you
down.
there. Now, I wanted to mention Linda Culpepper says that she doesn't want any flavor in her sweet tea either.
Yeah,
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
I'm kind of veering away from the flavored coffees too.
I can't do that either.
I can't.
I just every now and then I might have a little caramel or something.
My mother will dump that caramel, and I want that. I want my coffee, and I'll put just a little milk
Sugar,
or something,
yeah.
but no flavored stuff.
My daddy was a solid black coffee.
I only do that when I'm at a hotel and I have no choice.
Yeah.
Oh, I need a little coffee with my cream. So.
I'm the same way. Yeah.
There's a lot of folks there. Watching us this morning from Gulf Shores, we welcome Doug Thompson in. How are you there? My kitties thinks my dogs are, especially my
21-pound kitty.
That's a big one.
That is.
Woo.
Goodness. Oh.
Have mercy there. We got some birthdays coming up in a couple of days there. But as always, if you got something happening in your community, let us know. And again, Rhonda, thank you for dropping by. We got so much more coming up as we begin our day right here. Wednesday Hump Day. Thank you so much for dropping in.
Thank you.
One of the most important places to you is your home. That's why Patrick Allen Companies is proud to provide style, functionality, and security to your home. There's nothing quite like a well-designed overhead garage door or vinyl replacement windows, or the safety of a storm shelter to help your family feel protected. Patrick Allen offers doors and windows for commercial and industrial with dozens of innovative designs. Patrick Allen Companies, safety, service, and satisfaction.
The Square Peg Mini Mall, located across from the Neshoba County Co-op in Philadelphia, Mississippi, is a family-owned business that promises to treat you like family. The Square Peg Mini Mall has been operating for over 10 years and boasts over 30 vendors with a rotating inventory to fit that something you're looking for. Inventory is constantly updating, so there's always a chance for a surprise when you step inside. Come visit the Square Peg Mini Mall, located on 335 West Main Street in Philadelphia, Mississippi.
Lots of things are worth a lot of money that you would never, ever know.
All right, we got the sound back there. We're back.
Oh.
Whoops. That was my fault.
We said a lot of funny things.
Yeah, I did. That did happen right there. Whoops, I hit the button and didn't turn it back on. But what we were talking about was Johnny Cash before that.
Right.
With Prince Charles.
Mm-hmm. How they auctioned. He had given them a signed autographed something, hadn't he? Prince Charles had, and they auctioned it off, I guess, when they passed away. So, and we were just talking about things that get auctioned off, and I was talking about a lamp that I had to buy of my grandmother's that was in an estate sale of my aunt's. But sometimes we have to do that. You got to pay for it if you want it.
Yes, you do.
Anyway.
It does happen there. Remind me to push buttons when I'm supposed to.
I didn't know. We were laughing when we come back on because I had said something that was funny, brought it up. Yeah.
Whoops. We're so glad that you're a part of it.
Patsy Cline is watching this morning.
What is she? Well, that's
Patsy Cline.
What a name. What a name.
I would love to have, that would be the neatest thing to have the name Patsy Cline.
Oh, I thought you were going to go down that road if there's one person.
Did you want me to start singing?
Well, I thought you were going to get into of who you could talk with if there was one person in the world type thing.
No, well, that is now. Patsy Cline.
You going to sing some Patsy for us?
You want me to sing?
What you going to sing for?
I don't know. Let me sing some crazy.
Well, think about what would Patsy Cline and Snoop Dogg sound like today. You got anything in that in your head?
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know.
Yeah, who would have ever put Snoop Dogg and what's her name together on a show there? Yeah. As we look around, one of the things that I saw in Dallas, Texas this morning, and I'm not going to show it, but it was an 18-wheeler that got hit by a car. He runs off the edge of the road, and before it flipped off the interstate, it burst into flames. Passerbyers tried to get to the guy, and it was too late.
That's awful.
That was out in Dallas.
Dallas is a busy, scary on the roads town. I'm serious. I hate going through Dallas.
Not as bad as Houston. Houston's a little bit worse.
Yeah, it is. But
I've just gotten to a point in my life where I don't really need anything in a big city.
Yeah.
And I'd rather hire a cab to drive me. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you can trust them anymore in traffic.
I just don't like lots of traffic on the road.
Even 55 in Jackson has gotten wild.
Yeah.
Now, most of us...
when it's bumper to bumper and people are switching lanes, and lots of people who live over there, they're used to all that. We're not used to that.
I know. You pull up to zero at the...
We're on our little one-way street.
You pull up to zero at that stop sign, you can stop and get catfish, you can run over and go to the church.
Yeah.
They might blow the horn if you sit there more than 3 minutes. Maybe.
Oh, I got the horn blown at me yesterday.
Because you was being ugly?
That makes me so mad. Don't blow the horn at me if I don't see the light turn green.
What'd you do?
I mean, people are so impatient. Like, they don't even let you. Just give me time to turn my head and see the light screen.
Oh, okay. So you weren't really guilty of anything?
No, I was sitting there, and I guess I should have gone on right when the light turned green.
Now, I had a good friend of mine that anybody that would blow the horn at him at a red light then would stop at the red light with his brakes and wait till the light turned yellow and then go so they would be stopped by the light. Is that a Candace move?
No.
Do we see that in your future?
No, I don't do that. And I also don't do hand gestures when I get aggravated at people. But there are some people that do that, They go... I'm like, oh, goodness.
Shirley Coleman said that she's glad we're back because she can't read lips. You made a very good point there. But you ever been in a room somebody tries to whisper to you?
Yes.
I cannot read a lip whatsoever. You got to speak up when you talk to me.
I'll have like somebody in my chair and they're trying to tell me something. Or like the other day I don't know if I was at a ball game or something. Somebody was trying to tell me something and I was like, what? I'm the worst person to do that. To try, because I'm like, what? I can't hear at all.
I'm guilty of it myself.
When I have background noise, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So always watch it. And then I have that problem. I'm kind of unlike other folks. When I try to whisper, you can hear me 3 miles.
Oh, yeah. There are people who think they're whispering, and I guess if they're hard of hearing, they're yelling. Or like at the shampoo bowl, you'll be back there and shampooing the hair.
Yeah.
And they think because they can't hear you good, you can't hear them good.
It's that yelling.
Yeah.
Hey, we got a few things coming up in the community we wanted you to know about. If you want to be a state trooper, well, here's the place you need to be. It's going to be Saturday at 9 a.m. out at the Mississippi Highway Patrol Office. It's going to be taking applications. Drop by there. You ever thought about doing that?
No.
I'd sure hate to see you in my rearview mirror there with your little blue light.
Coming after you.
There you go. Let's see here some other things that are going on there. Cooper's Chapel has got a fundraiser coming up. This is going to be happening October the 1st from 7 until 3. Great place to drop by there in Clark County. Let's see, I think we got a few other things that are going on. Oh, Meridian Police Benevolent Association. They have an event that's going to be taking place October the 7th. It'll start at 9 o'clock, and this is golf as we look at that. 28th annual one. Four-person scrambles.
Start at 9 a.m. Mm-hmm.
Late
Entry fee is $45 per person or $180 per team.
That really helps out the Benevolent Association. They do a lot on the local level there. I hope you can get involved with that. That's one of the things that's coming up. And if you've got a community event, let us know. We'd love to hear from you so we can share that with other folks.
Yes.
All right, let me see here. Where? I got something that went away. Let me hit a button here. I don't know how that happened, but occasionally it does. So I think I got it all. All right, yep. Let's talk about what went on in this day.
Okay.
You ever heard the name Benedict Arnold?
I have. I've heard of it.
Treason. He was a bad guy. Started out pretty good old boy and went south, as they, so to speak, there. He was wanted for treason. Reward of $200. I think they got him in the end. I'm going to go ahead and break history for there. 1931, this would become a favorite, whether you liked him as being the bad guy or that good guy that he played. First off, you would know him as Major Nelson, if I remember correctly. And then, well, just as Junior later, as Larry Hagman was born on this date. And can y'all really accept that he's passed away?
No. When you see JR on the right over here. Well,
yeah, that's how we know him.
Yeah.
It's just so shocking that he's gone.
In the end, he had aged. You know, he had really aged so much before he passed away.
But that man could act, is all I'll tell you there.
Actor, for sure.
Another actor that so many of us are forced to watch every day because it's on all day. They play it 24/7. Groundhog Day, and they do it on purpose. Bill Murray celebrating a birthday today.
You ever watch actors and you just can't really figure them out?
As in,
like, I don't know. You don't know if they're joking or they're serious or they just have a dry sense of humor or what. This is one of those, Bill Murray.
Yeah, he is that way.
I can't figure him out.
Kind of sarcastic, so to speak.
You don't know if he's really cut you down, by what he said or not. But I don't know.
Tell you, as a kid growing up, he had this next guy we're going to bring up, had to be the oddball of the pack because I don't know any other word to say. You have to be creepy to be able to do what he does for a living. You have to have something
to come up with the content that he's come up with.
Stephen King, of course, the writer of all those scary movies that you see where people come get you and drag you off and do bad things to you. He's the guy behind it. Yeah,
I don't like scary stuff.
Yeah, I wouldn't invite him to my birthday party. 1957. There's a lot of folks this morning that are happy because they're watching this guy over on MeTV.
I know it. I never would have thought that.
Perry Mason.
People would love Perry Mason, but they do.
He's popular. And that went on up to the 90s, if I'm not mistaken. Perry Mason, always solving a case there.
Yeah.
He played that part very, very good. And also he played Ironsides, if y'all remember that, of the wheelchair-bound guy.
Yeah.
Always good at all that. Let's see here, some other things that are happening. 1967, I've met her numerous times, and she is a sweetheart. From Mississippi, and she's been on the world stage. Faith Hill. Gorgeous.
She's 55.
Right now, she's got a heating pad on her hubby who fell off a stage.
I'm glad he's all right.
Yeah,
that was, I have not seen the video if there is one.
There is.
There is.
Backs right off of it and flops on the ground off the stage.
Gosh. Can you imagine being a fan and you're there, cheering, and all of a sudden,
It kind of reminds me of the scene, and I don't know if you remember the comedy Men in Tights, where they were making fun of Robin Hood, and the witch is on the edge of the bed praying that a man comes into her life, and the guy flies through the roof because he was putting the catapult, and he lands on her bed. He goes, "Thank you, God."
Oh, goodness.
It was funny to me. I thought you'd find some humor in that.
Yeah.
That Men in Tights, that was funny. I don't care who you are. Y'all watch that sometime. 1968, a guy wrote this. Anybody remember the song Harper Valley Pta?
I love that song.
Little steel guitar, and if you have never heard that song, I urge you today to find it. It was so popular that it became a movie. And and that would be I Dream of Jeannie was the main character in that movie. And she took that little mini skirt and just went on down.
I think it's a cute song because people do run that mouth.
Yeah. Can you tell us why your secretary had to leave this town?
Yeah.
And why the widow's windows are up?
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of that scene in the movie Julia Roberts was in with Dennis Quaid. where she's something to talk about. I think it's the name of the movie.
Heard the name, never watched it.
Yeah, well, she stands up in the meeting of all these women act like they're better than her, and they act like she stands up and she starts pointing out, your husband's going with that one and you going with this one. I mean, she's like,
she called them out.
Oh yeah, she called them out.
Kind of like that Mississippi squirrel got loose down there in Pascagoula and made them all confess to all their sins. We'll leave it at that. 1968, you'll find this also on MeTV. If you haven't seen this show in a while, the stations here got a lot of shows for you. Who remembers 1 Adam 12? I really liked that show as a kid.
The guy on the right looks like Ashton Kutcher a little bit.
He does, now that you bring that up.
I thought that was him when I first
And I
saw
only
it.
remember the name of the guy on the left, Sergeant Malloy. And I can't remember the other one's name because it's been so many years.
Yeah.
This was huge. One of the biggest albums that was ever sold, 43 million copies. And it would be partly due to the one song called 2 Out of 3 Ain't Bad. Who remembers the CD or album back in the day called Bat Out of Hell? Meatloaf. He was a strange fella there that would end up in a Randy Travis movie next to Patrick Swayze in Black Dog. He played the bad guy.
How did he get the stage name Meatloaf?
Apparently he was having some leftovers and...
I mean, just like,
or maybe his mama nicknamed him Meatloaf.
Yeah.
You never know how this stuff sticks.
Could be.
Kent McCord, Joe Collins, thank you for reminding me of that, of 1 Adam 12. But really, what was your nickname? Tater? Wasn't that it?
My nickname?
You did have one.
Yeah, I did. My daddy gave me a nickname. I don't know why, but he called me Tootie.
Tootie.
Tootie. Yeah. Toot.
Ooh, boy.
Yeah.
Let's see, there's a few other things that went on today. And I'm right on this. This comes up today. I looked it up, and it just happened to fall on today when we were talking about George Clooney and, one of his debuts. And it was The Facts of Life. 1985. There he is. Look at that.
What was her name? Miss
Oh, don't make me lie.
Garrett.
You're right.
Miss Garrett. Yeah.
Christy says she calls her son Toot.
Okay.
We will not ask you why you call him Toot at all. Tom T. Hall, he did right. Harper Valley Pta. 1998, I have never watched this show. Absolutely never seen it. I know it was big, but I never tuned into it. Anybody remember Will and Grace?
I used to watch it. The Jack character on there, the one that's on the very end down here, he was hilarious.
Well,
of course, he was also in The Cat in the Hat, I think.
Missed that one.
He was the boss of John Travolta's wife that passed away. She was in there, and he was her boss in there. Pretty funny.
A lot of things that I have just not watched. I'm learning as we go here. Thank y'all for all the comments there reminding me of who sang this and who done that and what movies.
Yeah.
Y'all some smart folks out there. You keep us straight on what's going on.
Yeah, this is our source for all the facts we
It's
need.
the breaking news place.
It is.
Thank y'all. We'll be right back. So much more to come.
On this field, as on the gridiron, each inch is fought for and marked by sweat. Each inch taken through disciplined training. With a Kubota L2501 tackling each inch in the trenches, whether those inches are measured here or here, all adding up to yards. For each yard, Kubota measures victory, and the touchdown is Parrish Tractor. Here, we're much more than a tractor store.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Everything starts with a great grill, cookware, and accessories. Add in locally sourced meat and dairy, frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, and daybeds and have fun with our cornhole boards. From animal print coolers to authentic Louis Vuitton purses, we have what you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
And let's talk about Godwin. What do? Well, they're a cleaning service right here in the Meridian area, and they do a lot to take care of you there. Whether it's a big building, or maybe it's your personal home, businesses, it doesn't matter. Maybe it's a parking lot that really needs an adjustment. Got all those muddy oil stains, and they'll get rid of that for you, including your house there with mildew. 253-8262, and most of the time this stuff can be done in a couple hours and your house is back to looking great.
You had to look brand new.
We got roofs that change the entire look of your home. Slate, single, and as I mentioned, driveways. Maybe it's just a parking lot or that sidewalk that goes up to your front door. Get rid of that, get it looking good again. From windows and a whole lot more in decks and steps that take away those slips. Godwin Cleaning Services. Give them a call, 253-8262. Billboards and a whole lot more. They'll clean it for you. Just talk to them. They'll find something they can clean it up.
That's right. The holidays are coming up, so you want your house to look nice, give them a call.
Yes, sir. Bob. Let's see here. A lot of threats going on across the world as Putin is threatening the West with, well, nuclear attack. We do hope that that calms down and nothing comes of that. But when you got a man like that, you never know what they'll do. I'm sure that in the military, there's a lot of things being watched about right now.
Yeah. A lot of I guess it's United Nations leaders, they're meeting in New York today. So, and Biden is going to be there also.
He'll have a note
let's hope he
somewhere.
don't say anything.
Did you see this?
Crazy.
And I mentioned earlier this morning about this, but I'm not going to tell you what was written on it because it's disgusting. The Washington Monument. Somebody decided in the middle of the night to go up with red spray paint and done some nasty things to it.
Yeah.
It bothers me when our cities are being vandalized like this. The store Gap, nationwide, they're going to be laying off 500 corporate employees, scaling back in an effort to keep up with the way the economy is done nationwide there. So many things have gone from the in-store to the own store when it comes to those large corporations.
Yeah.
A little bit of a change there as we see that. We have to really, it's not here, so sometimes we don't think about others. Yeah. But Puerto Rico has really caught it the last couple of days, and what I'm talking about is the hurricane that blew through there.
Yeah.
Their drinking water is destroyed right now. They're in the middle of trying to get power restored to all of those areas in the Dominican Republic. Say a little prayer for those folks. It's rough on them right now.
Yeah.
And as we said, you just don't know what's coming next week. Let me show y'all some analytics of where we are right now on radar with weather as we interrupt and talk about all of this. Here is what we've got forming. This is the spaghetti models right here. This is Invest 98. It comes up. Now, we don't have past day 3 past here. A lot of the meteorologists are saying this is going to go into South Florida, Miami, these areas here off Key West. Or it could come up here in the Panhandle, anywhere that Florida, Alabama coast. It's unsure, but it certainly looks like one of our first is going to go to the Gulf. This could become a major hurricane. It's too early to say yet. Don't let anybody fool you with their forecast and go, I know this is going to happen. They don't. Hurricanes are about a 3-day minimum of what you can really judge. Did you notice that Hurricane 4, as she's going on out, Fiona? Look at this. Look at her. She's up there. Wind speed of 132, gust of 161 miles an hour. Headed toward Canada at this point, staying away from the States. But again, take this opportunity. You got a few days there. If you got a chainsaw, make sure that's working. Yeah,
your generator, make sure you have gas if it's gas powered. Just gear up for it because 'tis the season for the hurricane.
That's correct.
That is.
Followed by that season will be another round of tornadic season, which you sometimes need it in those two. Even if we get wind, power goes out in our area, and you need those two items handy.
And more than anything, insurance. Make sure your insurance is paid up to date, or you have some. And if you don't have some, you might want to get some if possible. I know it's just another expense, but in the long run, it does help.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt there. Make sure your payments are up and add them there.
And I understand insurance is not cheap. It's not. And I've had a lot of people say their insurance has gone up on their house.
Of course, people, because of the values of homes have gone up with the building materials.
Right. And that's what they said. I guess that was the explanation for it, building materials have gone up. If we had to replace your home, you couldn't do it for what you had on insurance. And
that is so true. Yeah. And the worst thing is, and y'all think about this, and we got a lot of insurance folks that buy from us here, that if you need one, have insurance, because you never know when tragedy could strike you, and to lose everything you own. You think about what it would cost just to replace your clothes.
Look, when our house got hit by lightning, I mean, it got all of our major appliances, with the exception of I didn't get our washer and dryer, but our major appliances, like in the kitchen and everything, gone.
Her husband, Kurt, could work for the next 40 years and never replace her wardrobe. I just want to point that out.
My wardrobe?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
I mean, seriously, clothing is not cheap.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't think about stuff like
that. A pair of blue jeans is what? Levi, somewhere around $60 to $70 nowadays?
Well, if you think about, too, on your contents of your home. Look how much furniture's gone up. You know, if you've got the same amount on your contents that you had 20 years ago, you might want to rethink that.
Yeah.
Because if something was to happen, like a fire or anything, and you had to replace all that furniture, you won't do it at the cost.
If you
that
had to
20
replace
years
your
ago.
spouse, think about upping their insurance too on them, that health insurance, home insurance, life
My
insurance.
spouse is irreplaceable. I'm sorry. I'm
That's called sucking up. Let's just
that's not.
go ahead and call
the
that.
truth, Scotty Ray.
I got you one. I can't get you another one.
Won't be no replacements. I can tell you that.
This happened in Alabama. This is why it's so important to do your paperwork right. They got ready. Alabama was going to execute a killer. Paperwork was done wrong. They lost some paperwork. It's been postponed due to, well, they've lost it.
Right.
They're trying to scramble to get everything fixed, but you got to go by the letter of the law, and they misplaced something, so it can't happen now.
Goodness.
Spared a few more days there. Let's see what else we got stirring across America here. Did you read that story of the 14-year-old and the 17-year-old that were missing?
No, I did not.
They
I
did.
missed this.
More and more. This was in North Carolina. They've been found. Both of them have been killed. They have made an arrest in it. And they charged a 17-year-old with the death of both of them. We don't know the motive right now. Breaks your heart for things like this to happen.
That's awful.
Uh-oh.
Look at all these kids with these guns. I mean, just like the local story of the 16-year-old going in the ball game. And then yesterday, there was a 16-year-old girl that stole something from a store. Didn't she pull out a gun?
Yeah, Jackson, Mississippi.
Yeah.
We found out that an 18-year-old was asleep in his bed and was murdered. That's here. Joe's getting upset.
At our back door.
We got more folks getting on airplanes. Where are they headed now? Delaware. They're going to be dropped off near Joe's house there, since they welcome everybody that's not American citizens. And I'm not sure if you've seen this. Ron DeSantis is being sued
Yeah, I did
by
see that.
the migrants that were taken there. They're saying they were being exploited.
Now, you know that
Somebody's-
it's not the migrants. I'm
Yeah.
telling you. There's somebody behind that, pushing that.
Absolutely. We know that.
Yeah.
But that will end up in court, and we wonder why our courts are so backed up with cases and justice can't be served, because they got a 4-year backlog of people trying to sue over coffee because it was hot.
Yeah.
Frivolous things, in my opinion. You may not agree with me. 8:51, Scotty Ray and Candace says, we're here on your hump day. We'll be right back. Rock House Gun and Pawn is open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Lots of different calibers and brands to choose from when it comes to hunting rifles. Whether you're looking for a new pump shotgun or an AR, the Rock House will have the gun that you need, with a huge selection of ammunition for just about any caliber that you may be looking for. Pistols, scopes, and a whole lot more. Plus a private lobby for your confidentiality when it comes to your pawns. Rock House Gun and Pawn, located at 5430 Highway 19 North Meridian. The Piggly Wiggly is passing along these great savings this week. Fresh pumpkins, $7.99 each. Fresh bell peppers, 2 for $1. Mississippi sweet potatoes, 59 cents a pound. Mandarin oranges, a 3-pound bag, $6.99. Twin pack Boston butts, $1.69 a pound. And certified Angus beef ribeye steaks family pack, $13.99 a pound.
And we're down home, down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
Well, exit 151 leads you to the front doors. They've been open since 7:30 this morning at the Farm Supply. Getting everybody ready for deer season. We're at September as October rolls in. Tractors every weekend. You're passing them. They're driving slower. Where are they headed? To the deer fields. Getting it all ready. And if you need something, they've got it. Whether you need cameras to set up or those that will, send the pictures to your phone. They got those also there at the co-op. Visit with them. Of course, any of the cocaine, any of the attracted, the deer like, even including corn. A bunch of that there. Maybe you need a new shoot house. They got those, including the pop-up blinds and deer feeders and so much more, from furniture to put on the back deck. Maybe you need a chair for the camp house. They got those also. Flower shop for the ladies that know how to really fix things up and look great as fall is fast approaching, Candace.
Right, it is.
See them
I
there.
got anything you need to decorate for fall.
Yeah, maybe you need one of those little fancy overalls with all the pockets. You got so much stuff. They got that for you in blue jeans and, comfortable boots. Work boots is what they do. They got all of that. You'll find it there at the co-op for your pets, your cows, your piggy, anything that you might have when it comes to an animal, they can feed it for you. Guns and ammo, where? The Farm Supply. Exit 151, drop in and visit with them. They'll tell you more about anything that you're looking for. Friendly staff, you'll like them a whole lot.
Yes.
Coming up 8:54 already as we get into this Wednesday, and we do hope it's a big day planned for you.
Talking about the migrants suing DeSantis, that is the craziest thing to me, because like somebody said, they're here illegally. You're in our country illegally, and you're going to sue somebody else because you were inconvenienced.
Annual record. Look at this.
Crazy.
Look at this headline that we've got here. We've got an extra month as they do that calendar year, year to year. 2 million migrants arrested at the border this year. Now, key word there is arrested. That's not saying what went around, under or over. That's 2 million at the actual gate.
But we can hire, how many more IRS agents? 87,000?
It was a heap.
Yeah. 87,000 more IRS agents, but we can't get a lot more people at the border to
Candace,
secure it.
need I remind you that you probably got one watching and they go, what was her name? That C-A, what's that? What was her name? They're going to come visit you.
D-A-C, I don't care.
I don't want you in no investigation.
Anyway, I'm on the up and up with my stuff, so.
I know, it's just the hassle of
worried about
everybody
that.
that I have ever talked to that has
I
gone
know.
through one of those, and you have to find that receipt that you thought you had from 25, well, I guess it's 3 years you have to go back, isn't it? But those are never fun.
Yeah.
This is horrible. You see kind of both sides of this story. Tampa is where we go next. Someone was waiting for an Uber. They get in the wrong car. The person thought they were trying to rob them and shot them. They died.
Oh my gosh.
It heads to trial now to find out how this is going to be handled. Celebrating his 19th birthday, had called one and walked up to the wrong car and got in it.
Oh my goodness.
Can you only imagine that? That is just, I don't even know where to
Awful
go with
stuff.
that story. You feel for each one on the side of the fence on that.
Yeah.
You know he has to feel awful. He felt threatened. He thought he was protecting himself. Be sure what you're doing out there.
Awful.
Yeah, let's see here. We got time for just a tad more there. Someone tried to rip the flag off the Queen's casket. Did you see that?
I heard that some guy come running up to the casket and they had to drag him off. So
I think he's got some issues,
yeah.
as they say, but he said he was trying to make sure that she had passed away.
that is crazy.
It is, and
Somebody
he'll
need to
have
get-
plenty of time to think about that somewhere else.
Right. That's awful. And I hate it for the family too, because that's
Yeah.
you just want nothing but respect at that time for your loved one that's passed away.
She was a mom, she was a grandmother, and then have someone come up and, y'all know.
Right.
We want to say thank y'all for dropping by. We'll make sure our buttons are pushed tomorrow.
Yes, so you can hear all of the craziness going on. But yes, we hope you have a wonderful day, and it looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. See you back at 8 a.m. in the morning sharp, so join us.
Heat index of 100.
Oh,
Woof.
goodness.
Y'all look out. See you tomorrow.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: